Oh, hey mate, what are you doing here? I'm just about to head out solo camping, but you know what? You should come with me because I want to show you what it's like out there solo. Anyway, I'm going to grab a beer out of the fridge, you go grab one out of yours, and I'll see you right back here. Most people will never go solo camping, and that blows my mind as someone that does solo camp. So the crazy thing is, obviously you're alone in the middle of nowhere, but you've got to be prepared and you've got to take the right precautions when you go out, especially if you're in a four-wheel drive and you go off-road. Now, where am I? I'm near Walgan Valley. I'm on the top of a cliff. It's pretty magic, as you'll see here. It's just the most amazing view ever. Now, why have I chosen this spot? I've chosen this spot because A, it's an amazing view. Like, you can't deny that. This is incredible. But it was my go-to spot during COVID, when I just couldn't handle it anymore. The entire world had shut down. My job had just been made illegal. It was crazy, and I just couldn't handle it mentally. So I jumped in the car with Nugget, came out here and escaped. And it helped me get through that point in time. Now, you don't need to go somewhere like this. It doesn't need to be that isolated. It could just be going to a little campsite in the Blue Mountains or finding Upper Colo. Just get out there and go alone, because it's going to provide you that perspective. And I get what it's like. I've done it. The first time you go out, you're gonna hear every noise under the sun and you're gonna be like, crap, what is this? What is that noise? Is that someone like here to rob and steal from me? But they're not. They're just noises. Like if you're out bush, that's not where those sort of people go. It's an escape for you. Now, camping solo isn't just for when times are crazy. It's also for just day to day. Like if you get out, it will ground you. It provides perspective. When you just come out in nature and there's no distractions, there's no phone reception, there's no nothing. There's phone reception now, but back then there wasn't. So I packed the car, grabbed Nugget, and darted out here. It was state forest back then, it's now state conservation area. So you're technically not allowed dogs here. Probably suggest against it, but that's something I'll touch on later. Going back to what I said about state conservation areas, we need to be better stewards of this land. It's just, we're losing too much of this land to national parks, and national parks close it down. Like this was an amazing spot, and it won't be long till it's completely gated off. Because people have chopped down, I'll show you a before and after when I first came here versus now, and you're gonna see a bunch of trees are missing. And that's really upsetting. A, they looked good, and B, some drunken idiot has just chopped down a live tree that's not gonna burn. So we've got to take better care of it. Don't chop down live trees. Don't leave your rubbish everywhere, and vote accordingly because more areas are getting gated up. I reckon over the past since national parks have taken this land, half the time I've come here, the gates at either end have been closed. Now that's really upsetting when I've driven 2 hours just to get here. And they don't always put it on their website, or if they do, the website's really hard to navigate. So I beg you please, now that it is state conservation and this is technically illegal camping and I'm not allowed my dog here, and there is a permanent total fire ban sign at the entry to the park, everything that I loved about this place, other than the solitude and being in nature, it's covered with rules. Technically can't camp, not allowed a dog, and can't have a fire. That's really upsetting for most campers. So I really beg you, just please take care of the land and vote so that we can have access to these beautiful places. Now, why am I saying to go camping solo? Well, it's going to provide you with an all-new perspective. It's going to ground you. It's going to do something for you that will make you a better person. Now, it's not about proving yourself. Anyone can do it. The hardest part, honestly, is just getting over the weird noises that you're going to hear, because all the hustle and bustle of being in a society disappears. So you're going to hear some stuff, your imagination's going to play tricks on you. Take a torch. If you're not sure, put it out the window. I could almost promise you there's going to be no crazies. There's going to be no one there to beat you up and steal from you. It's just going to be you, the nature, and some animals. Take your dog with you if you've got a dog. I cannot recommend it enough, but definitely camp solo. If you don't want to be alone, take your dog. I've had some of my most eye-opening revelations while camping alone, because it is just you and your thoughts. So getting out there, thinking things through. If you've got a phone, leave it in the car. You don't need it, don't want it. Just let your mind take you places that it wouldn't normally. Now, you might just get out there and just be bored. Just sit there and stare at your fire. Like, it doesn't matter. But camping solo will change your perspective. If you're going camping solo and you're going somewhere like this that is a little more difficult to get to, just keep in mind that you should enter every four-wheel drive situation cautiously. If you think there's a chance you might need a winch, get your tree trunk protector ready and wrap it around a tree, a winch extension if you need it. And spool your winch ready to go. Always make sure there's a spot where you can roll your car back to that is safe for you to put it in park, handbrake on, and hook that winch up. That way you can get through that next spot. Now, obviously communication's a key one. Take a two-way radio, a mobile phone. You should probably have some sort of sat phone or whatever, but that's becoming commonplace now in smartphones. But just enter every situation really carefully. Now remember, it's not just you getting hurt, your loved ones might be concerned for you. Let them know you're going camping solo. Let them know your itinerary, but just be really cautious. And if there's something you think that could go wrong, just don't take that track. You don't have to go somewhere that's hard to get to. Like this is in the middle of the bush. There was previously no phone reception. The drive in is a little tough. I did take precautions, which I'll run you through in a moment. When you're camping solo, like on your own, there's no one to help. So you've really got to think ahead for obstacles. So right now I've hit this. I've driven up this before just fine, but there's been times where I've got the line wrong and had to pull the winch out anyway. So you can see it just up there. I've popped the winch extension on and tree trunk protector. I'm going to pre-spool out about 15 meters of winch cable because I reckon once I get just here, the rear tires will get there and the front tires will be up on that little step there. So I'm just going to have to get the winch out and probably pull up and over them. Even if I drop the tires down to an extra like 5 psi down, I'm probably still going to struggle a little. But with that winch, hopefully it'll just pop up and over and I won't have any issues. All right, here we go. Let's try it. Not loving the idea of it alone, but I've done it before, so I think I'm going to be okay. Windows up, rookie error. And I've set up all the recovery gear for nothing. Oh well. But hey, at least I know I was going to be safe, and then no matter what happened there, I had somewhere to roll back. I had a good situation if I ended up nose out, so I could jump out at that roll back point and winch on out. So I am really happy with that result. When you're in a recovery situation, you can't always get out of the car, so you want to make sure you've got a plan. Now, if I'm solo, there's no one to get out of the car for me. So what I've had was that little spot there where you probably saw me stop, and I've rolled back into it, and that's where I was planning on putting the winch on. Fortunately, I was able to pull out of it, and I reckon it might have just been that extra low tire pressure. But either way, it's really good to have your recovery gear ready and a good time set aside to apply it. Obviously, you don't want to put anything that carries weight on something sharp or over rocks when it's moving, because it'll just wear through. But you'll find most straps have got this little grey bit here, and that moves. So whenever I'm in a bit of a dodgy situation, I'll always put that on the rocks. So you can see I've done it on this rock as well. And then coming down here, I just had my winch ring ready. Where is it there? Obviously just down here I've had that winch ring ready, just in case there was too much weight for the winch and I need to do a double iron pull. The weight dampener is there, so yeah, just every precaution possible. I've still got someone to go home to and they're going to see me, so that's a good thing. But you don't have to go somewhere that's hard to get to. You can go somewhere simple, just go alone, or just go solo. Or if you don't want to be solo, like alone, take your dog with you. Your dog would probably love the trip. Dogs, all they want is attention. So give it the attention it wants, take it out camping solo. And I promise you, it's gonna improve your relationship with your dog. It is gonna adore you if it doesn't already. Now, I'm gonna go over a few things that probably sound like I'm preaching a little. First of all, if you go camping, please take your rubbish with you. Now, this site is cleaner than it normally is, but there's nothing more heartbreaking than coming here finding broken glass, smashed tins, bags of rubbish just scattered around. It's not hard to take your rubbish out with you. And on the way in, I went up that hill and there was a bunch of bottles. Obviously, people had seen that it's an obstacle. They've jumped out of their car. They've gone to suss it out and just left their bottles everywhere. So I picked up a few of those. Now, if you're out and you see bottles and tins, just pick them up and throw them in your bin bag. It's really not hard. Now, stuff like that, you might just think, oh, well, it's just one bottle. It doesn't matter. But if we all pick up a bottle, there's going to be a lot less rubbish on the tracks. Now, I know I'm going to sound like an old man whinging and whining about this, but this is now state conservation area. I'm pretty sure that technically me camping here like this is illegal because it's not a pre-allocated site and I haven't paid a booking fee. And that's wild to me. Like, that's absolutely wild. And you'll probably see me in some of my videos break a few rules. Now, if it's a stupid rule, like the one I've just mentioned, I'm probably not going to respect it. But what I do respect is the land and nature. So you're not going to see me chopping down live trees, ever. You'll never see me chop down a live tree. Any wood that I do chop or collect will be dead in some way, shape or form, and it won't be home to wildlife. Now, it's a fire ban here for good reason, because it was a 40-degree day and it is getting quite windy. So don't start fires. You probably shouldn't do it in a fire ban, but don't start fires when, even if it's not a fire ban, if it's a hot day and it's windy, if everything around you is dry and dead, you wouldn't light a match in a service station. I really hope that I've been able to inspire you to go solo camping and take your dog out with you if you can. Throughout this, hopefully you've learnt why it's so important to go solo camping for people like me or for yourself when you finally try it. If you've enjoyed this, go check out some of my other videos, nuggets in almost all of them. If you have a chance, send us a message. I love feedback. It's really good. Whenever you guys message me, it makes my day. Like, I absolutely love it. Anyway, check out the other videos. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one.